See, he shoved Hugher Brungart underneath, and it'll be his first with 7:03 to go here in this opening quarter. 4-0 the lead on the inbound. Here's Ballman with it from 8 feet. Misses the shot. Backside rebound down to Marko Pavlovic, and they will look to run. With under 7 minutes to go in this first quarter, it's 4-0. Now he's open on the right side. Misses the 3. Rebound out front. Tracked down by Caden Dinkel. Caden 1-on-3. Has it stolen away from behind. Caden just a little bit too far out in front, and now looking to push comes Lindstead. Lindstead will lead it for Silva. Silva from 3. This is off the heel, and a rebound down to Oywolf underneath, and he'll throw it off a TMP Marion Monarch. Then Oywolf is 6'7", the junior underneath. Was able to get that offensive rebound. It's a 4-0 start, 6:35 to go in our opening quarter. Right side, Lindstedt thought about a 3. Instead, he'll leave it for Bari, who left it short. Rebound tipped into the corner, and it's Lindstedt who will come away with it. Pavlovic got a piece of it and was able to tip it away from the Monarchs inside. Now driving in, getting tied up is Lindstedt. He'll find Oywolf, who scores inside. So that makes it a 2-0 start, or make it a 6-0 start. It's a first field goal inside for the 6'7" junior. Now on the other end, Mindrup short on a 3, and Lindstedt will pull down his first rebound. So the Monarchs one and done again as they have struggled offensively. Lindstedt steps into a 3 and buries it. Caden Lindstedt with his first 3. It's a 9-0 start to the contest for Sunrise Christian Academy. Lindstedt, his first field goal. Now Dinkel left himself wide open on a good stop and start for TMP. And just inside the 3-point arc, Caden Dinkel was able to get it to go. 9-3 the score. 9-2 are the scores. Caden Dinkel knocks down that long 2. Again, he had 5 threes yesterday. Silva in the left corner on the baseline will miss the 3. And Hugher Brungart couldn't quite come down with the rebound. He was at a weird angle, and as that caromed off of the rim, he couldn't come down with that one. Ian Nels will check in for the Monarchs. 9-2 the score. Lindstedt thought about a step back 3 on that right side, driving into Silva. Back to Lindstedt. Rainbow 3 right side, no good. Rebound underneath, and missing it inside is Oywell, but will get the foul. Monarchs having to deal with the size. They call that on Hugher Brungart, trying to check out underneath. And so 2 free throws coming up here for Sunrise Christian. And the first one off the mark. Yesterday, Sunrise Christian fell 71-50 to Manhattan. Started the game with that 2-point loss to Huguenin on day 1. 1 of 2 at the free throw line. And it's a 10-2 start for the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. Monarchs in those home white uniforms. We're shooting down to our right. Eck on a drive, missed the shot. And fighting for it is going to be Sunrise Christian, who will have Pavlovic down to the rebound. He'll race to the other end. Gobari thought about a 3, gave it up, now got it back on the right baseline. This is going to be short, rebound tipped, and then it's deflected off the foot of Joey Mintrup inside, and Joey will come away with the defensive rebound for TMP. Dinkel up the floor, bobbled it in front of the official, but got it back as the Monarchs get it to Eck. Will lost it between his legs, tracks it back down near the midcourt line with under 4.5 to go in this first quarter. Left side, it's Mindrup with it. You are trying to post up, but Brungar has it poked away by the 6'9" wingspan of Pavlovic, and it's a third TMP turnover with 4:15 and counting in this first quarter. It's 10-2 in favor of the Buffaloes. Monarchs going to bring Ty Schmeidler into the ball game with the next dead ball. Pavlovic is triple team, kicks it out for Lindstedt. Straight on 3, halfway down and out, rebound tipped, and it's second straight possession, which Mindrup has got a rebound on a deflection for the Monarchs. Joey had a couple of rebounds yesterday. He'll drive all the way to the other end, but can't finish in among the trees, and it's Pavlovic down with a rebound, and here comes the Buffaloes up the floor. Silva lost it, and it will be the first turnover for Sunrise Christian. And TMP is going to get it back. Ty Schmeidler will check in for the Monarchs. Get a timeout taken by Coach Bill Mayer. It's a full timeout with 3:45 to go here in this first quarter. Our Opening tip-off was brought to you by Basco Tank Service. Brad and April Basco are proud to support the Monarchs. Basco's offer hot oiler services, as well as vacuum water trucks and double drum pulling units for your oil field needs. Monarchs in those home white uniforms, the blue numbers, Monarchs across the front. All the Buffaloes with the black uniforms, white numbers with Sunrise across the front of their uniform. This is the 7th place game of the Hayes City Shootouts. Monarchs and the Buffaloes in this matchup here at Hayes Middle School. Earlier today it was the Hugoton girls claiming a 7th place finish. They defeated Newton in that first game of the day. TMP Lady Monarchs will get set for their matchup in the 4th place game coming up after this boys game here at the middle school against the Manhattan Indians. TMP boys and Sunrise Christian last met back in 2007. TMP was a 5-point winner, 60-55. So out of the TMP timeout, I mentioned Schmeidler came into the game. So did Logan Ballman. Also wholesale changes for the Sunrise Christian Academy Buffaloes. As here's Caden Dinkel on a dribble drive, finds Schmeidler. Schmeidler to Ian Nels. Ian bobbled it a couple of times, picked up his dribble, and now we'll get it to Joy Mindrup. Mindrup drives, crossover, now back to Nels. Nels on a pass that's going to be turned over at the free throw line, and then Dinkel runs into Cannon McElroy. He's listed as a 6'2 sophomore as he took a hard tumble to the floor. Be the first on Caden Dinkel. It's the second on TMP. McElroy came into the ball game, as did Abner Ewan. They brought Bernardo Lopes into the contest as well. Here's a three in the corner for McElroy that's good. And it's a 13-2 start. Monarchs try to push up the floor. Lopes steals it from the post and Ballman. It was just too tall for Logan to handle. Now they'll push up the floor to McElroy. They leave it for Kobari, who throws it away. That's Tomoyuki Kobari, Kobari, the 6'1 sophomore, brother of Tomohito Kobari. And Carson Roberts will check in for Sunrise Christian. He'll replace Kobari. 2:50 to go first quarter. It's a 13-2 start for the Buffaloes. Caden Dinkel running the point for TMP. Monarchs without senior Griffin Shoemaker. It's a much-needed day off, still recovering from football injuries. And Dinkel has a blocked shot out of bounds, and it will stay with the Monarchs. 13-2 the start, 2:38 to go first quarter. Eck returns to the lineup for the Monarchs, and Ty Schmeidler will key it in. Goes to the corner here for Caden Dinkel. Dinkel finds Eck off a screen. Bowman wanted to post up inside. Instead, they'll go to Dinkel here in the corner. Caden puts it on the floor. Crossover, step back three that is short. And as Ian Nels tried to fly in and get a rebound, it's taken away by Lopes. And here come the Buffaloes. They don't have numbers. As here's a crossover for Graham. Graham, who just checked in at that last dead ball, will give it up to Ewan. Now the corner, it's McElroy for three. Short. Rebound tipped, and it's Caden Dinkel who deflected it. And he will come away with the basketball. Monarchs will push. Ty Schmeidler open for three. This is short. And Lopes with the rebound. And Ian Nels is going to be called for the foul. Ian on the starting lineup today. He also has that right hand wrapped. Ian had a good couple of games to start the season. As Dinkel and Ballman will check out. Hugh Brungart and Joy Mindrup return to the TMP lineup. So Monarchs have four guys right now sitting on the bench in uniform. Three injured players on the bench right now, and the five on the floor. With a minute 49 and counting here in this first quarter, Brungart's going to pick up his second foul as Kenan McElroy tried to dribble drive and slams into Hewer. Hewer in the they call it on Nels. So that's a break for TMP. Thought it was going to be on Brungart. It'll be on Nels. That'll be the second on Ian. It's the fourth team foul, and McElroy will knock down the first free throw. Austin Gilbert, a 6-foot junior, will check in for TMP. He replaces Nels, who picks up that second personal foul. It's 14-2, now 15-2 on the 2 free throws for Cannon McElroy, who has 5. As this pass is knocked out of bounds, it was Graham who checked in at that last dead ball. He's on the ball, and he was the one who knocked it out of bounds. Sunrise Christian extending the pressure just a little bit with Carson Roberts, a 5'9 senior. Monarchs do get it into the front court. He and Graham were working against the TMP guards in the backcourt. Monarchs will get it for Austin Gilbert. Lost the dribble. Austin gets it back. Hands it for Schmeidler. Ty right side. Thought about a 3. Instead goes to the short corner and had it deflected and stolen. He was trying to get it to Eck in the corner. It's the 4th TMP turnover, and on the other end, we're going to get a foul. Is headed back to the free throw line as Cannon McElroy, the 6'2 sophomore. He stole it, and then with some contact is going to pick up the foul. It's the first on Mendrup. It's the 5th team foul, and so free throws for McElroy, and he misses the front end. Still a 15-2 start for Still a 15-2 start here for Sunrise Christian. McElroy will make 1 of 2. He has 6. And again, the ball knocked out of bounds. 16-2 in favor of Sunrise Christian. Eck to key it in. Again, that extended pressure in the backcourt from the Buffaloes. Monarchs able to get it across the timeline with a sprinting Ty Schmeidler, the lefty, and a one-handed catch. So Ty will drive into a double team. Eck was open for 3. Instead, will drive in, little floater, and Will can't get it to go. And a rebound inside for Cannon McElroy. Monarchs make it 1 for 6 from the floor, and now Schmeidler will steal the ball and get fouled in the open floor. 57 seconds to go in this first quarter. A foul on Lopez. He's first. Schmeidler running the point for TMP. Stumbled as he lost the ball near midcourt and then gets ran into from behind. Carson Roberts is going to pick up the unfortunate foul. Ty lost the basketball on the dribble, then fell down, and Roberts fouls it. That's the 3rd team foul. That's 16-2 the start for the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. Monarchs with Eck inbounded to Mendrup into the backcourt. 45 seconds to go first quarter. Mendrup working against some pressure from Graham into the backcourt, and he reaches in and picks the foul.
Foul on Sunrise Christian, number 4, Israel Graham.
Graham's the 5'8 freshman. He checked in at that dead ball, and ever since he's checked in, he has hounded the TMP ball handlers in the backcourt. Here's an inbound 3 that's good for Joey Mendrup. Mendrup knocks down his first 3 of the contest. 16-5 as he gets the Monarchs with that 3-pointer. Their second field goal comes under 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. Ewan misses a 3 on the other end, but Graham's there on the long carom. He can't get the 3-pointer to go. Battling inside is Ewan. He'll kick it for the right side, and Roberts is no good. Ewan keeps it alive inside and finds Lopez, who's going to be fouled and scores. Bernardo Lopez is going to go to the line for a chance at a 3-point play, and it's just too many offensive rebounds. It's 18-5. Sunrise Christian missed 3 threes on this possession, and then Lopez misses the free throw. Offensive rebound, and the stick back is good for McElroy. Cannon McElroy has 8 in the contest, and it is 20-5. Monarchs 3 comes up short at the buzzer. We played 1 quarter. It's 20-5 in favor of Sunrise Christian. This is the Monarch Sports Network.
The Golden Q is the place for sports and food. When your team is out of town, stop in for your favorite burger and watch the game in a fun environment. Want to enjoy the game from home but still eat the Golden Q's tasty food? Use their app to place an order to go or use DoorDash. Then when it's time to blow off some steam, head to the Fort, duck pin, bowling, axe throwing, VR, and check out their huge outdoor patio. Book a party room for your group or host a large gathering at the Fort. The Golden Q and the Fort in Hayes.
Courts. 20-5 in favor of the TMP, or in favor of Sunrise Christian over TMP Marion. We welcome you back here into the second quarter. Monarchs in those home white uniforms will start with the basketball here in the second quarter. Sunrise Christian open the game on a 16-2 run. Monarchs will go actually with Ty Schmeidler, who's running the points, out there with Logan Ballman, Caden Dinkle, William Eck, and Hugher Brungart. Hugher on a drive, lost it, had a poked out of bounds into the corner, and they'll say last touched by TMP. He was battling in that corner with Cannon McElroy. And so the Monarchs will turn it over. It's their fifth turnover here in the first half. Trailing 20-5. Back on the defensive end, back into that zone look. Driving is Abner Ewan. He'll kick it from the right low block to the left side of the three is good for Cannon McElroy. He's had a heck of a game. He already has 11 here in the first half. It's 23-5 in favor of the Buffaloes with 7:20 to play in this second quarter. Ty Schmeidler on the drive, pulled up from just inside that free throw line, had it rim out of there. Bernardo Lopez pulls down his first rebound, and the Buffalo will look to run up the floor. Three good from the exact same spot for Cannon McElroy. He hits back-to-back threes. He has 14. It's 26-5. He was basically at the exact same spot where he shot that first one just a moment ago, and he knocks this one down. The Buffaloes, as Coach Bill Mayer takes a timeout, up 26-5 over the TMP Marion Monarchs. Game brought to you in part by Insurance Planning, Commerce Bank, Lewis Automotive Group, TMP Marion State Glass Company, PwC Incorporated, Cornerstone Orthodontics, also brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker and Discount Cider. Buffaloes open the game on a 16-2 run. And after Joey Mindrup hit his first three of the contest, they have scored 10 straight to end that first quarter, begin the second quarter. Mindrup had 5 yesterday. And now the Monarchs will lose it into the backcourt. It's Graham with it. Israel Graham misses a three. Roberts with a rebound, and we get a foul. Monarchs kind of nonchalant in the backcourt with a basketball. Everybody kind of stood around and watched. Dinkle will pick up the foul. It'll be his second. And it's the first here of the second quarter for TMP. Graham finds Smith straight on. He'll drive, kick it left side for Roberts. Now leaves it back on the left wing for the, Silva. Then a kick out. It's actually McElroy. Now we get a Graham three that's off the mark. Lopez and Ewan battling inside with TMP's Hugher Brungart. And the foul on the rebound. They don't call a foul. They just say it's out of bounds. Coach Mayer was chatting with the official. Thought that was a foul on the rebound. Instead, they'll just say it was out of bounds. Pavlovich returns to the lineup for Sunrise Christian. Oil Wolf back in as well. Your Brungart for TMP has it, and a bad pass. He knew it as soon as he threw it. He threw it at the feet of Logan Ballman, who was coming off a screen. Logan has come back into the contest, so it's Ballman, Will Eck, your Brungart, Ty Schmeidler, and Caden Dinkle. Mindrup's going to check in now at that next dead ball as he hits to the scores table. Ian Nels will as well. Right side, Clayton Lindstedt, who checked back in. Skip pass, and the three is good for Tomohito Kabari. Kabari checked in, and it's 29-5 as he knocks down that three for Sunrise Christian. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's 29-5 in favor of the Buffaloes. Monarchs with Ty Schmeidler. Guarded the top of the key by Silva. He'll leave it for Ballman. Logan at the high post. Now for Hugher Brungart on the right high post. He'll kick it to the corner, and Ty Schmeidler with it in the corner. Ty will cross over, drive, got hit, maybe lost it on the way up, and they'll say it's out of bounds off of Caden Lindstedt. And it stays with TMP as Mindrup and Nels do now check in. Dinkle and Hugher Brungart will check out. With 5:41 to go in the second quarter. Eck to key it in. Lindstedt on the ball. Lob over the top for Ty Schmeidler. Ty able to track it down. And now right side, Mindrup, he'll fire another three. This one too strong, it was way too long. And Pavlovich down to the rebound. He's got 4 rebounds in the contest. Monarchs 1 for 3 now from 3 here in this first half. Kick cross-court 3 that will rim off too long for Jacob Silva, but another rebound as Kobari this time got the offensive rebound for the Buffaloes. Driving in, it's Lindstedt. He'll dump it to the big fella inside as Pavlovich tried to make some space and missed a little hook shot. He went to the baseline, turning over his left shoulder, and Will Eck and Logan Ballman do a good job of staying there and dealing with the size of 6'9" Pavlovich. Here's a kick-out 3 that's good for Ian Nels, as Nels knocks down his first field goal, and it's 29-8 in favor of Sunrise Christian Academy. Nels, who had knocked down a 3 until that one, played pretty good through the first 2 games. 14 points yesterday. We go along with his 7 rebounds. Skip pass right side for Kobahari. Kobahari will drive inside, leave it for Oilworth, who will score it underneath. So that's the second field goal. He now has 5 in the contest, and it's 31-8. Monarchs trying to answer back with a Schmeidler 3 that's too strong. And rebound cleared out of there by Lindstedt. Up the floor on a pass. Kobari misses the 3. It's Schmeidler with it. Monarchs, if they hurry, they've got numbers 3 on 2, and Schmeidler's going to be fouled in the open court. Schmeidler did a nice job to come down with a loose basketball, then push the tempo a little bit with 4:07 to go in this first half. It's 31-8. Sunrise Christian with the lead. In the corner, Nels is going to take another 3. This one's short, and it misses everything. Lindstedt down with the rebound. Up come the Buffaloes. Kobari scores it on that left side, and it's a timeout taken by TMP. Tomahito Kobari has 5 all here in the second quarter, and it's 33-8 in favor of the Buffaloes. Sunrise Christian come into this matchup. They actually played a game on Tuesday before coming to the Hays City Shootout, and they came up short in that matchup. So they started the tournament 0-1. They then would fall on that lob in the final seconds. It was an inbound play on the sideline, a lob on an alley-oop that that Huguenin scored on to make it 54-52. Huguenin was playing live prep for the championship game, so they pushed Huguenin all the way to the very end at a 54-52 loss. They then would fall 71-50 to Manhattan. And again, that was a game against the Manhattan Indians that just got away from them late in that game as well, as Manhattan was able to pull away in the second half. It was a close game most of the way through, and then in the second half there in the fourth quarter, the Buffaloes pulled away for the victory. 33-8 our score in favor of the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. Will be TMP basketball out of the timeouts. Monarchs will go with Logan Ballman, William Eck, along with Ian Nels, Joey Mindrup, and Ty Schmeidler. Schmeidler gets a screen here on the right side into the front court. Pass deflected, but Eck gets it back, trying to run the pick and roll with Nels. Instead, we'll go right side for Schmeidler. Ty will stop and start as he works here, and now picks up his dribble. And Ty needs some help. He'll go right side for Logan Ballman. This fellow freshman drives inside, up and under, can't hit, as it's going to be deflected out of bounds, last touched by the Buffaloes, and it will stay with TMP. Good idea. Only difference is there's 6'9" Marco Pavlovich waiting on the other side. Monarchs on the inbound left side. It's Mindrup with it. Under 3.5 to go here in this first half. It's 33-8 in favor of the Buffaloes. Eck pick and roll with Ballman. He'll leave it on that left side. Logan a couple of dribbles, has it knocked away. Nels tries to save it for TMP. Still on the floor. It's into the backcourt and tracked down by Eck. Eck on a pass to Nels. Knocked into the scores table next to the bench area for the Buffaloes. Coach Simino saying, grab onto the basketball. Coach Mayer, I'm sure, echoes the same sentiment as they were trying to bat it and keep the dribble alive instead of picking up the dribble. Schmeidler left side has it poked out of bounds from behind. Kobari poked it away. With 3 minutes to go here in this first half, it's 33-8 in favor of Sunrise Christian. On the inbound, Kobari steals it, saves it back in behind his back, up the floor. Here comes Silva with it and makes the layup. Silva able to get past Mendrup and get the layup to go. So TMP with their 8th turnover, and it's a 35-8 lead for Sunrise Christian. With 2:45 and counting in this first half. Mendrup calling out the play for TMP, trying to direct traffic. A crossover now, he'll go left side for Eck. Eck goes away from a screen, stops, leaves it for Logan Ballman, who set the screen. Logan on a drive, cut off into the lane. Here's Ty Schmeidler with it. Ty, little hesitation, into the lane. He'll pull up with a floater, too strong. Nels tried to keep it alive. Instead, it's Sunrise Christian down with it, and we're going to get a timeout. Just a 30-second timeout for Sunrise Christian, as the opportunity to get 3 new faces in for the Buffaloes. 2:20 to go here in this first half. This is the boys' 7th place game. Girls' 7th place game went the way of Hugoton earlier today as they beat the Newton Railers 33-26. This is our 7th place game on the boys' side between TMP and Sunrise Christian. It'll be Newton and Manhattan on the boys' side to play for play for 4th place. The 3rd place game features Hayes High and Millwood, and the championship side is Life Prep taking on Hugoton. With 2:15 to go in this first half, it's 35-8 in favor of Sunrise Christian. Marks brought here Brungard in at the timeouts. Sunrise Christian also brought in a couple of new faces. As they'll work here on the left side. Dropping it is Montez Davis. He's in for the first time. Able to get it to Tomoyuki Kabari. Kabari leaves it for Silva, who drives all the way in and scores on the left side. Silva was 6, 37-8. As Silva got into the lane and was able to score it. Monarchs to the other side. Nels as a 3 rattle in, and then it spun around and fell in. As Ian Nels will make his 2nd 3 of the first half. Wasn't sure that one was going to stay down. It's 37-11 on the 2nd 3 of the first half for Ian Nels. And had made a 3, hadn't even attempted a 3 in the first 2 games, but he knocks that one down. Matt Yu in for the first time, and a 3 that'll bounce off the front of the iron and go in for Tomoyuki Kobari. 40-11 on the Kobari 3 on the other end as Sunrise Christian answers a TMP 3, and now Eck misses everything on a TMP 3 from the left wing, and tracked down by Montez Davis for his first rebound, and Silva takes it in and scores it uncontested on the other end. 42-11 with under 45 seconds to go in this first half for the Buffaloes. Ian Nels will drive in and draw the foul. So Ian Nels is going to shoot a couple of free throws. So Nels will go to the free throw line for the first time. He was 4 of 5 yesterday. And he knocks down the first one. Nels with 7. And Nels with 2 more, so he scored 8 straight for TMP. So he makes those 2 at the free throw line. And it's 42-13. That foul was on Matt Gu, who came in at the last dead ball. Now a 3 misses. Offensive rebound knocked out of bounds, last touched by TMP. And now Dinkle and Kobari got tangled up. And the official barks at both of them, but that was directed at Caden Dinkle more than it was anybody. And because this place is virtually quiet as a library, you can hear the officials say that's not going to happen today. That happened way behind the play. On the inbound, kick out for Kobari, who misses the 3, and Caden Dinkle says he keeps banging into me, and now they're going to call an intentional foul on TMP's Caden Dinkle. That started over here with the player from Life Prep, and because Caden retaliated, he gets called for the intentional foul. That happened over here because the official who witnessed what happened didn't do anything. It happened in the front court. Then it goes into the other front court. And because Caden retaliated, and that's what Caden's saying. He retaliated, and that's what always happens. The second person got caught. And so it will be, we call it an intentional foul. And so the first free throw for Kolbari is no good. And he'll get one more. And it was the same official who told him that wasn't going to happen today. The other official who it happened in front of let him play through it and let it keep going. And, yeah, they were banging into each other down the floor. And Caden Deacle came out, had a quick word with Coach Mayer and now Coach Brady Kreitzer on the sideline having a good conversation with the sophomore. With 8 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Here's a dribble drive for Lindstedt, who just checked into the game. He'll kick it out for a Montez three that misses. Schmeidler down with the rebound, and that's how this first half comes to an end. It's 42-13. Sunrise Christian with the lead. We're back in a moment here on our halftime show. It's brought to you by, or we'll have our halftime show coming up next. This is the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Gibbs Auto Supply. Over 200,000 parts and accessories. A great staff to take care of you and Hayes. High Plains Roofing. Mapes and Miller, CPAs. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company. Locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. M&D Excavating Inc., serving the Hayes area since 1980. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals, Progressive Physical Therapy. Briney Motorsports, X Hybrids, Commerce Bank, Discount Siding Supply, Insurance Planning, Emprise Bank, Glassman Corporation, First Care Clinic Inc., Express Care, extended hours, weekdays, and open Saturdays. No waiting in a lobby. Book a time and skip the line. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs. Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy of Hayes and Ellis. American Family Insurance Agent Brian Reuter. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Herman Physical Therapy. Good for the body. Good for the soul. Brown Shoe Fit in the Centennial Mall, Hayes. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, servicing ag, oil field, industrial, commercial, and homeowners. Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Classic Quality Body Shop. Check out the classic quality difference. Cornerstone Orthodontics. Live life smiling. Hayes, Great Bend, Colby. Worth Family Dental. Complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Bascule Tank Service. Berngard Howard CPA. We can help. We do that. TMP Marion Alumni Association, Sports Booster Club, and Thomas More Prep Marion. Ellis County Abstract and Title. 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Gibbs Auto Supply. Over 200,000 parts and accessories. A great staff to take care of you and Hayes. High Plains Roofing. Mapes and Miller, CPAs. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company. Locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. M&D Excavating Inc., serving the Hayes area since 1980. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals, Progressive Physical Therapy. Briney Motorsports, X Hybrids, Commerce Bank, Discount Siding Supply, Insurance Planning, Emprise Bank, Glassman Corporation, First Care Clinic Inc., Express Care, extended hours, weekdays, and open Saturdays. No waiting in a lobby. Book a time and skip the line. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs. Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy of Hayes and Ellis. American Family Insurance Agent Brian Reuter. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Herman Physical Therapy. Good for the body, good for the soul. Brown Shoe Fit in the Centennial Mall, Hayes. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, servicing ag, oil field, industrial, commercial, and homeowners. Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. We're your shield, we're your shelter. Classic Quality Body Shop. Check out the classic quality difference. Cornerstone Orthodontics. Live life smiling. Hayes, Great Bend, Colby. Worth Family Dental. Complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Basco Tank Service. Brungard Hauer CPA. We can help. We do that. TMP Marion Alumni Association. Sports Booster Club. And Thomas More Prep Marion. Ellis County Abstract and Title. 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Mapes & Miller, CPAs. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. M&D Excavating Inc., serving the Hayes area since 1980. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals, Progressive Physical Therapy. Briney Motorsports, Bex Hybrids, Commerce Bank, Discount Siding Supply, Insurance Planning, Emprise Bank, Glassman Corporation, First Care Clinic Inc., Express Care, extended hours, weekdays, and open Saturdays. No waiting in the lobby. Book a time and skip the line. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs. Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy of Hayes and Ellis. American Family Insurance Agent Brian Reuter. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Herman Physical Therapy. Good for the body, good for the soul. Brown Shoe Fit in the Centennial Mall, Hayes. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, servicing ag, oil field, industrial, commercial, and homeowners. Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. We're your shield, we're your shelter. Classic Quality Body Shop. Check out the classic quality difference. Cornerstone Orthodontics. Live life smiling. Hayes, Great Bend, Colby. Worth Family Dental. Complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Basco Tank Service. Brungard Hauer CPA. We can help. We do that. TMP Marion Alumni Association. Sports Booster Club. And Thomas More Prep Marion. Ellis County Abstract and Title. 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Danny Dinkle and Associates, Farm Bureau Financial Services, 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories, a great staff to take care of you in Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Mapes & Miller, CPAs. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. M&D Excavating Inc., serving the Hayes area since 1980. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law Firm. Roof Masters Roofing and RM Custom Metals, Progressive Physical Therapy. Briney Motorsports, Bex Hybrids, Commerce Bank, Discount Siding Supply, Insurance Planning, Emprise Bank, Glassman Corporation, First Care Clinic Inc., Express Care, extended hours, weekdays, and open Saturdays. No waiting in the lobby. Book a time and skip the line. Adams Brown, Strategic Allies and CPAs. Kerner Chiropractic and Physical Therapy of Hayes and Ellis. American Family Insurance Agent Brian Reuter. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Herman Physical Therapy. Good for the body, good for the soul. Brown Shoe Fit in the Centennial Mall, Hayes. Leon's Welding and Fabrication, servicing ag, oil field, industrial, commercial, and homeowners. Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. We're your shield, we're your shelter. Classic Quality Body Shop. Check out the classic quality difference. Cornerstone Orthodontics. Live life smiling. Hayes, Great Bend, Colby. Worth Family Dental, complete family dentistry on 2703 Hall Street, Hayes. Bascule Tank Service. Brungard Hauer CPA. We can help. We do that. TMP Marion Alumni Association. Sports Booster Club. And Thomas More Prep Marion. Ellis County Abstract and Title. 4 generations serving the Ellis County area. Danny Dinkle and Associates. Farm Bureau Financial Services. 2809 Hall Street in Hayes. Gibbs Auto Supply. Over 200,000 parts and accessories. A great staff to take care of you in Hayes. High Plains Roofing. Mapes and Miller, CPAs. Lewis Automotive Group, Ford, Lincoln, Toyota, Jeep, Dodge, and Chrysler. See complete inventory at buylewis.com. State Glass Company. Locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. PWC Incorporated, serving Northwest Kansas since 1983. M&D Excavating Inc., serving the Hayes area since 1980. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student-athletes partners. You can rely on Jeter Law.
2-13 as we're about ready to start half number 2. And Monarchs shorthanded. No Griffin Shoemaker. Still trying to get it out and recover from the football series of injuries he sustained, and decided that they would give him the day of rest here on a third game in as many days. Back with that starting lineup for TMP. They'll be on the defensive side to start this second half. Mendrup, Dinkle, Logan Ballman, Eck, as William Nearly had a steal. Now the ball in the corner. Hewart Brungard is able to come away with it and save it for TMP. It's just the second turnover for Sunrise Christian as Hewart came away with the loose ball. Eck will drive, little wraparound pass for the left side of the right low block, and we're going to get a call underneath. We'll say that Sunrise Christian was out of bounds when they touched the basketball. Hewart was battling inside for it on the inbound. They get it for Logan Ballman. A couple of dribbles, goes with a left-handed hook shot. Can't quite finish, and the rebound cleared out of there by Sunrise Christian. Ballman and Hewart both in the starting lineup today with the changes. They start Ballman and Brungard in place of Ian Nels and Shoemaker. There's a pass left side for Jacob Silva. Silva had 8 in that first half. He'll drive into the paint, kick it for Lindstedt. Lindstedt rainbow 3 is no good. Rebound for Pavlovich. Can't finish against Brungard. Good defense by Hewart, just using his size to shield off Pavlovich, and the ball went out of bounds, and it will stay with Sunrise Christian. About Hewart, he's listed at 6'2", or 6'3". He's given up about 6 inches to Pavlovich, but Hewart's much wide body. He's a lot stronger, and he was pushing Pavlovich around that time. Here's a little dribble drive, all the way inside, and he will score it. Little drop-off handoff, and the lead grows to 44-13 in favor of the Buffaloes. 6:40 to go here in this third quarter. Monarchs in the front court lose it. Mendrup goes down awkwardly trying to get a loose basketball at the other end as he collided with Kobari, and the layup is good for Silva, and Mendrup hit his back hard on a tough tumble. And Coach Mayer, the trainer for TMP, going to come check on the senior Mendrup. He landed awkwardly on that hip on his back, trying to go for the loose ball, got his legs taken out from underneath him as he will pop up and get a nice round of applause. Silva, by the way, did make the layup after the TMP turnover. It's 46-13. And they do bring Joey off the floor as Ty Schmeidler and Ian Nels will check in as Brungart and also checking out was, of course, Mendrup with the injury. We're going to get a foul on Sunrise Christian. It'll be the second on Kobari, and it is the first of the second half called on the Buffaloes. 46-13, Sunrise Christian with the lead. Ian Nels left side. Ian Dribbles into the circle, now hands it for Schmeidler, and Ty comes up short on a three. Ty took a deep three and missed everything. If he's closer to that three-point line, he's got a chance to make that shot, but that was a deep three-point effort, and it's out of bounds. Back to Sunrise Christian. Pavlovich got space and lays it up inside. He got switched off on Eck and went up and under and got it to go. 48-13. Sunrise Christian with the lead. TMP will turn it over on a pass intended for Dinkle from Schmeidler. Other end layup is good for Sunrise Christian's Jacob Silva, who has 12 in the contest. Lead grows to 50-13 in favor of the Buffaloes. We're going to get a TMP timeout as Dinkle had picked up his dribble and was in some trouble. And so that timeout will be the 32nd timeout taken for Coach Mayer and company. Elsewhere around the bracket today, as we mentioned on that boys side, championship game will go at 7 o'clock at Hayes High School. It's Life Prep and Hugoton. Hugoton got to the championship game of this tournament with wins over Sunrise Christian on that last second shot, 54-52, and a 49-40 win over Millwood, Oklahoma. Life Prep with wins last night over Hayes High, 44-36, and started the year with a tournament with a it was a 65-43 win over Newton. This is a 7th place game. 4th place game will feature Newton and Manhattan, and the third place game will be Hayes High and Millwood, Oklahoma. Out of the TMP timeouts, Eck keys it in out there with Schmeidler in between the circles. Now, Dinkle will run the point. He goes left side for Ian Nels. Off the screen is Ballman in between the circles. Right side for Dinkle. Caden trying to see if they can get somebody in the post. Instead finds Nels. Ian will drive inside. Hangs, can't quite hit. Rebound tipped into the hands of Montez Davis, who returned to the lineup for Sunrise Christian. Israel Graham also back in, so Sunrise Christian with a handful of new faces. Matt Gu returned to the lineup. He gave it up, they got it back, and to go all the way in and score it. On that right side, makes it 52-13 on a layup as Monarchs defense had vacated the area, and he just drove right in and scored. Eck slipped on that crossover, gives it up for Nels. He'll swing it for Logan Ballman. Drives, Dinkle won't shoot the three. Now steps back, will take the three, and it's short off the front of the iron. And it's going to be tracked down in the corner by Carson Roberts. And another chance here on a fast break for Cannon McElroy, but he missed the three. And TMP with the rebound. Schmeidler up the floor. Ty got a little bit of contact as he tumbles out of bounds next to the TMP cheerleaders. And is going to shoot a couple of free throws. Tried to twist his body into the air. Still got the shot off, but had to tumble out of bounds to earn a couple of free throws, as the first free throw is too strong for the lefty. You see Mindra back out there for TMP. A little bit of tape just below his left elbow. Brungartz and Austin Gilbert return to the lineup for TMP. Ty's going to shoot one more, and Ty so far is 5 of 10 on the season at the free throw line. He came in 4 of 8. That free throw, so we're going to run out for Cannon McElroy, and we're going to get a foul on the other end, and now McElroy's going to shoot some free throws. It's 52-14 after that Schmeidler free throw. And Brungart, well, they actually called on Austin Gilbert, as Cannon McElroy will go back to the free throw line, where he's 3 of 4 today. And the first one spins out. McElroy finished with 14 in the first half. 4:21 to go here in this third quarter, and he will knock down 1 of 2 at the line. McElroy with 15 in the game. That's 53-14 in favor of Sunrise Christian. Schmeidler in front of Coach Mayer, who calls out the play on the TMP sideline. Now left side they go, and trying to force it into Brungar, but it's too wide on a pass from Mindrup. Up the floor, Sunrise Christian will run with Graham on a lob for Montez that scored. I don't know that that was intended for Montez, but Montez Davis rather, but he knifed in there and got it anyway and got the layup to go. It's 56-14. Had a couple of players in that area, and he came in from the free throw line and caught that ball. Now Eck driving, he's going to draw a blocking foul on Sunrise Christian. This will be the fourth foul as Davis gets called for the foul. Actually, it's just the third team foul. And Coach Mayer will take another timeout here with 3:46 to go in this third quarter. It's a full timeout, so we keep it here along the Monarch Sports Network. Our game brought to you in part by Danny Dinkle and Associates, Worth Family Dental, Brown Shoe Fit. Also brought to you by Ellis County Abstract and Title, Herman Physical Therapy, Emprise Bank, Roofmasters Roofing, Arm & Custom Metals, Brian Root, North American Family Insurance, and also brought to you by Jeter Law Firm. 55-14 lead for the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. Going to get back to 500 on the year. And they played on Tuesday ahead of the shootout here in Hayes. Suffered that heartbreaking loss to Huguenin in the first game, 54-52, and then lost last night to Manhattan. That game was a lot closer than the 71-50 final. Manhattan just kind of pulled away there in the second half. Monarchs 0-2 to start the season. Started the tournament with a loss to Hayes High and fell 62-45 to Newton in yesterday's second round action. Gilbert, Schmeidler, Mindrup, Brungartz, and Eck, the five on the floor. Mindrup's going to key it in for TMP underneath the basket with 3:46 to go in this third quarter. Mindrup's just going to lob it over the top, left side for Eck, and Will lost his footing and slipped. So it'll be a travel as he slid on the floor. And that'll be turnover number 12 for TMP. It's a tough break. It's one of those he tried to stop and lost his footing. Graham misses a 15-footer on the other side for Sunrise Christian, but McElroy tracks it down. Now trying to back down Mindrup and bangs into the Monarch senior, then going out of bounds. He banged into the wall underneath the basket, and McElroy hit the backside of his head. It's 57-14 after the bucket by McElroy as he slammed into the wall on the what ends up being north side of the gym here at Hayes Middle School. That was a tough fall. McElroy has 17 as he gets help to his feet, and the backside of McElroy's head, thinking he may have split his head open when he hit the back of the wall. Our trainer from Hayes Medical Center going to take a look at him. That was a lot of contact. I think if it was a closer game, they probably would have called a foul. But he then tumbled down and fell out of bounds and hit the back of his head. Looks like now they're going through the concussion protocol. TMP will be here on the other side inside of Brungart. Hewer's going to score and has a chance at a three-point play. So Brungart is able to get it inside against Montez Davis, and that's a chance here at a three-point play. 57-16 on the Hewer Brungart bucket. That right low block, you feel like Hewer is not matched up against a 6'10 guy as he misses the free throw, and it's tracked down by Kuhl for Sunrise Christian. Now here's a ball poked away from Kobari as Logan Ballman will come up with the loose ball for TMP. Ballman will go to the other end, fall into the baseline, miss the shot, tipped once and then twice by Brungart, but he can't quite come away with it for TMP. And now numbers for Sunrise Christian. Left side catch and shoot three is good for Tomiyuki Kobari, who has 6 on his second three, and it's 60-16. Monarchs had good chance inside, and then on the fast break, Kobari was open and knocked down that three. Dinkle with a runner that is too high off the glass as he was in on a double team. And now Sunrise Christian will throw it back to TMP's. Good hustle by Mintrup to run down the floor and get it back for the Monarchs. Didn't give up on the play and forces the fourth turnover. Ballman attacks the rim and will draw the foul on the other end for TMP. The 6-foot freshman Logan Ballman draws the foul on Carson Roberts. Ballman got the start today, knocks down the free throw. 60-17. The Monarchs, obviously the 3 games of the tournament, as Ballman makes both, he has 18. They haven't gone your way, but they played hard and shown that there's a lot to like for this group. Here's a step back Guthrie that's going to go out of bounds. It will belong to TMP on the air ball that missed everything. Brungart, that last post move again. He's 6'2", 6'3" against guys the same size. He was able to score. Logan Ballman with a nice drive that drew a foul as well. So you feel like you get healthy and the season goes along. There's a lot to like for the Monarchs, but you're going to wear it here early. Again, it's Brungart inside. Hewer lost it on the way up, couldn't quite finish. Montez Davis knocked it away from behind, and it's taken away by Carson Roberts for Sunrise Christian. They lead 60-18. Israel Graham, top of the key, misses the floater. Caden Tinkle is going to pick up the rebound, and then it's going to be fouled. That'll be team foul number 5 on the Buffaloes. And so we'll get a couple of free throws for Caden Tinkle. It's the 3rd for Graham, and now Tinkle will shoot a pair. Caden yesterday, 3 of 4 at the line. First free throw, way too strong. Caden made a career-high 5 threes at 18 points. Went 3 of 4 at the line and 5 threes. He had a good day. Kept TMP in it for much of that game against Newton. As he'll make 1 of 2 at the free throw line. He has 3. It's 60-19 on the Caden Tinkle free throw. Other end, Roberts loses it out of bounds for Sunrise Christian. They have 5 turnovers in the game. TMP will get it back. A minute 26 to go in the third. Down 60-19. Tinkle, Ballman, Brungart, Mintrup, and Nels, the 5 on the floor. Logan has it right side. Finds Ian Nels. 1 dribble, and Ian slipped on the floor, picked up his dribble, and gets it inside as they work it around. And now Brungart's going to be fouled from behind as Montez Davis, the 6-foot junior, fouls Hewer Brungart, and Hewer will go back to the free throw line. It's 1 of 3 on the young season at the line is Hewer. Tucks in his jersey. Monarchs got those brand new uniforms on Wednesday before the tournament started on Thursday, and the first free throw too strong for Hewer. They got them handed out on Wednesday. Didn't even get their numbers in the program because they didn't have them yet. And Brungart misses both free throws. Matt Gu rips down the rebound for Sunrise Christian as he'll run the ball up the floor. Now leave it for Carson Roberts. 1 minute to play, third quarter. Pass inside for Abner Ewan. Nearly got hit in the face with that pass and misses the shot inside. And the rebound caroms on a deflection into the hands of Caden Tinkle for TMP. As Caden will bring it into the front court, spins and had it knocked away by Ewan and stolen. Ewan up the floor, and we're going to get all sorts of contact as both Ian Nels and they're calling an offensive foul. So good job by, that'll be Ewan who picks up the foul as the Monarchs do a good job to rotate back. Caden Becker will check in for the first time. Both Ian Nels, Ian Nels and Logan Ballman both hit the deck. Austin Gilbert will also check in for TMP. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 60-19, the Buffaloes with the lead. Schmeidler back out there for TMP with it. Caden Becker goes left side for Caden Tinkle. And out of Ian Nels. They swing it around the perimeter. Schmeidler got his defender off the floor. Will pull up from 15, left it short, and rebound into the hands of Abner Ewan for the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. 18 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Montez Davis with it for the Buffaloes as they'll swing it for Roberts on that left side now at 10. Here's a three-pointer for Kobari that is short, and Ewan down with a rebound. Took it away from Caden Becker, who had him checked out, but he went over the top of him, and a kick-out three that's good for Matt Gu before the buzzer. 63-19 to the fourth quarter we go. This is the Monarch Sports Network.
Golden Q is the place for sports and food. When your team is out of town, stop in for your favorite burger and watch the game in a fun environment. Want to enjoy the game from home but still eat the Golden Q's tasty food? Use their app to place an order to go or use DoorDash. Then when it's time to blow off some steam, head to the Fort, duck pin, bowling, axe throwing, VR, and check out their huge outdoor patio. Book a party room for your group or host a large gathering at the Fort. The Golden Q and the Fort in Hayes.
(63-19) to the fourth quarter we go. TMP will start with the basketball, trailing the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. Monarchs with Caden Becker, Ty Schmeidler, Caden Dinkle, Austin Gilbert, and Ian Nels, the five on the floor. We get a foul called on the Buffaloes on the dribble drive. Matt Gu, I believe, is the one who they called that on. And so it's 7:40 and counting here in this third quarter. We'll have the continuous clock, or the fourth quarter, have the continuous clock the rest of the way. Here's a ball deflected on the inbound by Abner Ewan. He deflected it away from Gilbert on the inbound. They tried to lob it over the top. Montez Davis on a three that misses everything. Gu able to save it in as he gets it in to Carson Roberts. And now they'll get it to the top of the key for Kobari. Misses the three. Rebound tipped, and the two Monarchs fight over it. It's Austin Gilbert and Ty Schmeidler were both there, and Austin will win out and come down with the rebound for TMP. Dinkle, a deep three that's out the front of the iron as it's short. Caden, after knocking down 5 of 6 threes yesterday, struggling to find the range. And on the other end, flipping it up and off the glass, too strong is Kobari. And Ty Schmeidler will wrestle the loose basketball away. He'll lead the break up the floor, bangs into Montez Davis. Lost it, ball's on the floor. Schmeidler saves it. He and Abner Ewan get tangled up. And I think they're going to call Schmeidler for jumping on top of Ewan. Sure enough. So that'll be the first on Ty Schmeidler. And it's the first of the fourth quarter on the Monarchs. 6.5 to go, fourth quarter. 63-19 in favor of the Sunrise Christian Buffaloes. They have the basketball. They work with Gu, who picked up his dribble. Now to Carson Roberts, who's going to take the three. Too strong on a line drive three. It came right back to him. Now he tries and has it blocked by Caden Dinkle inside. And the ball will belong to TMP as Caden Becker into the floor gets contacted, forced to throw it out of bounds, and they'll let it go. Zek returns to the lineup for TMP following the turnover. So 14th as Eck will replace Caden Dinkle for the Monarchs. 5:45 to go here in this fourth quarter. 63-19 in favor of Sunrise Christian. Roberts drives, kicks it right side for Ewan, too strong, and Ty Schmeidler will come down with his rebound. That's the fourth rebound for Ty Schmeidler, which is what he had the previous two games combined. Nels drives right past his defender and draws a shooting foul as he missed with the contact at the rim, and Ian will shoot a pair.
Foul is on Sunrise Christian, Yuki Kobari, his second personal, second team foul. Shooting two.
Although Yuki Kabaro, he picks up the foul. It'll be his second. It's the team's second as well. And the Nels free throw is good. Nels with 9. Ian had 7 in the first game against Hayes High, 14 yesterday, and now has 9 here today. Trying to get a second career double-figure scoring game, and he did, but they say he was over the line.
Free throw line violation. Sunrise basketball.
Sunrise Christian will get it back as Nels called for the violation. 63-20, under 4.5 to go in our game. Sunrise Christian with the lead. Kobari, Yoon, and now Roberts. Roberts going to take the three. Too strong. Kobari the rebound. The offensive end puts up the floater and scores it. 8 for Kobari. It's 65-20. And it comes after an offensive rebound for Sunrise Christian. Nels on that corner, stops They work to the right side with Ty Schmeidler. Now right in between the circles is Eck and Caden Becker. Becker will dump it for Austin Gilbert, who draws a crowd. He goes up anyway and scores it. Austin Gilbert gets his first career field goal, 65-22. And we're going to get a timeout for the Buffaloes to get some substitutions in. Lopez returns to the lineup, as does Graham and Matt Goo. Missing the jumper is Roberts, but tracked down by Kobari. He threw it in the corner, and Lopez couldn't hang on to it. Sunrise Christian has turned it over 6 times in the game. Monarchs with 14. 16 turnovers against Hayes High. Got to 20 yesterday. That's been an issue so far. Becker off a screen, won't shoot it. Finds Ty Schmeidler into the corner for Eck as they work on the right side. Will had it knocked away and stolen by Matt Goo. 4-on-2 up the floor. It's stolen by Ian Nels. Goo may have hurt his knee as he comes up a little bit slow. It ends up in the hands of Lopez, and we're going to get a foul called on TMP's Caden Becker for reaching in. So Caden Becker will pick up the foul. He did a nice job to hustle back, and then Goo got tangled up, and so he immediately grabbed that left knee, and he will check out. Inside to Lopez on the inbound for Sunrise Christian. Misses the turnaround jumper on the right low block as Eck came down with a rebound for TMP, and the Monarchs will get it here into the front court. 2:10 to go, fourth quarter. Schmeidler drives, and he scores and has a chance at a three-point play. Schmeidler makes it 65-24. Call that foul on Carson Roberts with 1:55 remaining. And Schmeidler, with that, a field goal, has 3 in the game. He scored 5 yesterday for the Monarchs, and he will knock down this free throw to convert the three-point play, and it's 65-25 after the Schmeidler free throw. Sunrise Christian with the lead of the basketball. Graham working on Becker, and they're going to say Caden walked into him as he misses the shot from about 6 feet away, but Caden's going to be called for the foul. In the continuous clock here with a 65-25 lead for Sunrise Christian. And the free throws for Graham, the freshman. First one off the mark. One minute to go in our ball game. 65-25. And the second free throw is good. Graham makes 1 of 2 at the line. 66-25 in favor of Sunrise Christian. They'll extend some pressure here. Driving in is Nels. Tried to go with a reverse scooping, little scoop shot and missed it. On the other end, Roberts then tried to dunk it on a run out. He misses the shot, and an offensive rebound down to Kobari, but then it's poked out of his hand by Caden Becker. Seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Kobari to key it in, goes into that corner on that left side for Graham, and he'll just pull it out. And Coach Cimino and company just going to let the time wind down, and that's going to do it as the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian will pick up the victory here, 66-25. As Sunrise Christian will move to 2-2 on the year. Monarchs will fall to 0-3. Again, our final here, 66-25 in favor of the Buffaloes from Sunrise Christian. We're going to take a timeout, have a little bit of an extended boys post-game show as we come back. Get you a recap of our ball game, plus run through a couple of some of our final stats as well. Again, our final here, 66-25 in favor of Sunrise Christian. It's the Monarch Sports Network, and it's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Gibbs Auto Supply. Over 200,000 parts and accessories. A great staff to take care of you and Hayes. High Plains Roofing.